Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to our field trip coding challenges. We are going to be doing lots of projects this time. I have 6 projects for you. One, going on a field trip where you are going to be taking a trip across the United States and going to visit different places. You're going to stop in Yellowstone and we're going to code a geyser erupting. We're going to go to Nebraska and code a maze through a cornfield. We're going to go to Washington, D.C. and go to the Smithsonian and make our own art. We are going to go to Florida to the beach and play a game at the beach. And then we're going to go to California to the San Diego Zoo and make an I Spy game. So these are the projects. So this is kind of how this is going to work. The first thing, you are going to be coming and you're going to come to the field trip coding challenges. And on here is the first one. So you will see I have here, this is a sample project that you can click on any of the sample projects and look at the sample projects. Then I have a slideshow with every single one of them. So on our slideshow, you come to slideshow. And if you'll notice on our slideshow, it says the name, this is number 1, going on a trip. It tells you we're working on sequence, gliding, talking, and changing backgrounds. Then over here it tells you will have a sprite visit at least 5 locations on the United States. So our first project, this is our expectation. And then over here you will have a checklist for every project. So on this project it says you'll introduce the project with someone talking, you'll change the background to the map of the United States, you're going to code the sprite to travel to at least 5 places. At each location you'll tell you where you are, and then you end in Utah. So this is what your project needs to have in it. Okay, and then I give you a little bit. So on this, some projects you may have to get your own sprites or your own backgrounds. So this kind of just gives you an idea on how to do that. Okay, and then on here you'll have a sample project, and then there will be a video here that you can watch to see the sample project again if you want to. I also have included these the blocks that you will need in the projects. You will have to put them in the correct algorithm and in the correct sequence, but these are blocks that you are going to need during this project. And then you'll have more videos here that you can look at. So here's an instructional, there'll be videos. You can click on the video here that will be here, or you can click on the video that'll be here. And then I give you for the project a sample code. So you can look at the sample code. So in the first project, here would be Abby, and this is what she does here. And if I go to the next slide, here is the school bus, and here is its code. So this gives you an idea of the sample code. So you could watch the videos, or you could look at the sample code, or you can just come up here and look at the blocks that you will need and look at your checklist and see if you can do it on your own. Any 3 ways are fine to do it, as long as you meet the criteria of the project, which is listed right here. So we want to make sure we're always looking at our checklist. Okay, then you're going to have a link here that has a debug it activity that we will be doing together, that you'll go and see if you can debug problems in the project that are already, a project that's already made. And then I have some extension activities. So if you finish your project and you want to add more to it, or you want more, or you want to change it, so here are just a few suggestions that you could do. So on this one it says add a background change for each place. So then if I went to Yellowstone, maybe I could add a real picture of Yellowstone and do a background change. I could go to World Book and find information about the place and add that into the code. And also, instead of just having one character talk, maybe you could have 2 characters talking at each place. So these are just a few extension activities. And of course, I always give credit to where I made the slideshow and anything that I've used. So this is how we are going to be doing these projects. So you want to make sure, once again, look at your project expectations, look at your checklist. And of course, I have the vocabulary that we're going to be talking about and learning this vocabulary. If you want to learn more about the vocabulary, I have a link to a vocabulary page that you can come look at, and it'll talk to you more about and show you the different parts of the vocabulary. So this is how we will get started on these projects. It's going to be so much fun.